Give me 1 second. I just want to give a public service advisory before we even start. It is not my fault that they send homeless people and the people that got mental health issues around me when I start filming. This is not my fault. They know where I'm gonna film. They send these people to come do big show around me while I'm filming. This is not me trying to make anybody look bad. This is not me trying to make Coney Island look bad. I have no control over them doing this. I just want y'all to know, these same people are out here telling y'all that I'm trying to go find negative things to show about Coney Island when our whole entire show don't got nothing to do with Coney Island. I can't help it that they send homeless people and derelicts around me to just do embarrassing things in the background. I have no control over that. To make Coney Island look bad are the same people that go out of their way to send homeless people around me to act up whenever I'm filming. I just want y'all to be clear on this. The same people. With that being said, let's get to the show. I just want that to be known. I'm not out here trying to make Coney Island look bad. I have no control over the fact that every time we come outside, they send home. Good morning. Good morning. That they send homeless and derelicts to be in the background doing weirdo shit. Y'all already know, as long as I've been on social media, I don't post stuff like this. I don't post it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't never see me posting negative things about other people when they're going through whatever their traumatic episodes or situations is. We've been posting stuff on the internet since 2000 and on YouTube since 2016. I've never been a person that do that. We don't do that over here. God's energy. Now, with that being said, good morning, man. Now, with that being said, let's get to the show. Oh, one more thing I want to say. Shout out to the two young kids that pulled up to Kaiser yesterday that I kind of worked with from Seagate. They made me extremely proud. They went out there. They didn't just play well, but they actually played well towards a lot of the things that we work on. So they made me extremely proud. My time was not wasted. Morning, my brother. My time was not wasted. Remember, nobody's paying me to do this. I'm doing all of this type of stuff with the kids because nobody else is. Nobody was paying me to do this. That was my payment. When I saw them go out the morning, my brother, when I saw them go out the Kaiser and they played against kids their size and against kids their age, and they freaking excelled. I just want to say something real quick. I don't want to say their names because, you know, they're kids. But it's a brother and a sister. The sister didn't have a lot of points, but I lie to you not. She had a shitload of rebounds and steals and was working hard. And the brother, he knocked down so many threes. He knocked down. Morning, my brother. How you doing today? Yes, sir. What's up? And the brother was knocking down three after three after three. And then he was taking people to the Baja. These kids is like this big, fam. Extremely proud. Let's do roll call. Let me tell you what the show is going to be about. Then we're going to do roll call and get to it. Do y'all remember when the Democrats said that Trump was going to start World War III? Morning, my brother. Let it hang. Remember when they said the Democrats was going to start World War III? Then why, for the first time in history, has Russia just deemed the United States of America an enemy? I'm going to say that again. For the first time In the history of the world, Russia has deemed the United States of America an enemy. We're going to talk about some of the moves that they've been making. We're going to talk about some of the things going on. Morning, my brother. All right. We're going to talk about some of the moves they've been making, Russia and China. And we're going to talk about why this is just became what it is. Because when you're weak, and I just want this to be known, America is weak right now. And we're weak because of our president that you people insisted needed to take his place, needed to take Trump's place. We're not just weak because of that. We're also weak because a majority, and this is not me attacking the LGBTQ community. We're also weak because a majority of the planet is Muslim. That's the biggest religion. You do understand this, right? I know we live in America, so people don't. Wepa! I know we live in America, so people don't get it. Yesterday was Puerto Rican Day Parade. Shout out to all my Boricuas out there. So I know we live in America, so people don't get it. But a majority of the world, the biggest religion is Muslim. We look weak with our policies. Good morning. Our policies make us look weak. Our president make us look weak. So therefore, we can't lead. I just want to be clear on this. Let's do roll call and get right to the show. And we're going to talk about jabs. And I forgot what else I put in the title. I'll look in a second. Shout out to Jamal Fareed. Commented before the show even started. Says BBN family moms all in the chat. Hit that like button on the way in. Share, subscribe. It's free. We already got 10 likes. Let's see if we can get to 15 likes in the next couple of minutes. That's only 5 more. Shout out to Corey Aiken. He says, good morning, King. Good morning, my brother. Salute. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Shout out to Show Nuff. Show Nuff. Better kiss his Converse. He says, good morning. Thank God for waking us all up. That's a fact. Shout out to Kyra No. She says, good morning, Frost. All praises to the Most High. That's a fact. Jesus is King. Show Nuff said, really like this live straight from the streets. Yeah, they always got some weirdos going on. Like right now, they got some. They just follow me around, fam. I'm not trying to make Coney Island look bad, but I have no control over the fact that when I go live, they send people around me, like the derelicts and the homeless around, to make it look like everywhere in Coney Island is just filled with crackheads and derelicts and homeless people. That's not what all of Coney Island is. There's a lot going on over here. There's a lot of good things in our community. That's not all of what our community is. It's sad that every time I go live, these people, good morning, my brother. All right, you chilling? You already know what it is. It's sad that every time I go live, they have people like this in my background. They have people like, you know, ne'er-do-wells coming up, trying to yell, scream, create fights, create problems, you know, not being their best. You know what I'm saying? That's sad. Shout out to all the people that say good morning in the morning, by the way. I appreciate you. Good morning. Because we only trying to show Coney Island in the best light that we can. I'm trying my best. She's a cutie. Good morning. She didn't say hi. I mean, I can't never say good morning to her again. Anyway, so, because then it's like I'm stalking, and I don't never want nobody to. I'm going to tell you a funny story. So there's a person that I know from a place. I'm just going to say it like that, and we're going to get right to the show. There's a person that I know from a place, and we've had conversations before. So I seen them out in public, and I just said hello, just to say hello. So now every time I see them, I feel awkward because they don't talk to me. So now I'm like, this person might think I'm like harassing them, but I'm not. I'm just saying hello because we all know we work together on a project. Like, so now every time I see them, I try to cut and go the opposite direction before they see me. Nobody got time for this. Shout out to Jamal Fareed. I have no idea what those letters is supposed to entail. Shout out to it though. What up, Manzi says good morning. Who else we got up in here? And that's it. Everybody I said what's up to. Yeah, we resisting, rejecting, and rebuking Satan. That's a fact. Ain't nobody got time for Satan, fam. Satan gonna have to make time for his own damn self. With that being said, let's get right to the show. So there's a couple of things that I want to say, and I want to be clear on this because I think this is a real big misconception. And as y'all could tell, I like talking about things that I believe people are getting incorrect. So there's a real big misconception. The first thing I need to do is explain to y'all that Trump and Russia was never in collusion. They were never in collusion. I need for y'all to understand that Trump and Russia was never in collusion. The only reason why y'all think Trump and Russia was in collusion is because of Hillary Clinton and because of Biden and the Democratic Party constantly saying that Trump and Russia's in collusion to try to help Trump win the damn election. Now I'm going to explain something to y'all. Russia has a problem with the Ukraine, not the Ukrainian people, but their government. The issue that they have with the Ukrainian government more than anything else, because people don't know what it is America tried to move military grade equipment into Ukraine that would allow for them to be able to strike into Russia from close. Now, Russia and Ukraine has always had their issues over the period of time. It just is what it is. What's up, my brother? All right. One nation came from another nation. That's their issue. That's their problem. We don't know what their overall issues and problems is. And us as America need to mind our business. Good morning. Us as America need to mind our business. You understand? In any regard, besides whatever Biden and his family has going on over there, they went to move allegedly, they went to move military grade weaponry into Ukraine, allowing for them to be able to strike Russia from right up close. So I want to just back up for a moment. Do y'all know what the Bay of Pigs is? Do you know what the Bay of the Pigs is? I'm curious. I don't know how much people know about history. So basically what happened was there was a period of time, I believe 60s, 70s, whenever it was, 80s, whenever it was. Morning, my brother. All right. Russia was trying to use military grade weapons and bring it to Cuba because from Cuba, you can strike America with these missiles. So there was a whole thing where we sent people to Cuba to make sure that Russia couldn't set up their military artillery up over there so they wouldn't be able to strike America from Cuba. So that's basically what Russia just did to the what America just did to the Ukraine. America, whatever other problems the Ukraine has with Russia, and whatever other problems Russia has with the Ukraine, they probably also have other issues that we don't really know about. We're in America. What Joe Biden did, Joe Biden and Joe Biden's administration, I want to be clear on this. What they did was they decided they were going to try to sneak missiles into the Ukraine. So when they went to go sneak these missiles into the Ukraine, Russia found out about it. Russia said, nah, we're not doing this, fam. And that's why they moved in and they're doing what they're doing over there in the Ukraine. Literally, if y'all would have never voted Biden into office, this Ukraine-Russia war would probably not even be happening. Good morning. Go look it up. You don't got to take my word for it. Morning, my brother. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he got his headphones on. He can't hear me. He was out there bowling with us the other day. I was killing them niggas. He was good, though. That nigga motherfucker was hitting like 80-foot threes. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little, but he was hitting like 80-foot threes. I'm exaggerating a little, obviously. He was hitting some deep-ass threes. So hold on. I just want to make sure we all on the same page with this. Once again, Russia, for the first time in history, has deemed the United States of America as an enemy. I need for you to understand what's going on. The reason, allegedly, because these are allegations, obviously, I haven't been to the Ukraine. I don't know what weapons that are there or aren't there. I don't have the slightest idea. I have zero idea. So allegedly, the Biden administration, and I'm saying the Biden administration so we can be clear on this. This is not something that America, us as civilians, even wanted to happen, because that's not our business. This is not something that we wanted to happen. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. This is not something that we wanted to happen. This is something the Biden administration did, just so we can be clear. So when they went over and they put those weapons and they put those artilleries in Ukraine, that what created this whole entire war. For the people that's like, I don't know what I'm talking about, please do some research of your own. I just explained it. If you don't believe what I'm saying, do your own research in order to try to find out where I'm incorrect at. Don't tell me to do research to try to back up your point. My point is that. Now, with that being said, we're going to move on. So now recently, which I might not also know is, now let's say that those weapons are over there. Let's say that Russia wasn't able to get to where the weapons are being stored at in order to, with their ground assault or whatever the case is. Because who says they know exactly where they're at? And if I'm wrong, for anybody that's saying I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, why did Biden and Biden's administration, good morning. All right. Why did Biden administration just say that they give the Ukraine the okay to shoot missiles at Russia? Ukraine. Because somebody is going to say I'm wrong. These people are warmongers, fam. These people are warmongers. They don't care who die. They're not going to be on the battlefield. Their homes isn't going to be shot with missiles. They don't have to worry about people walking through their streets, shooting up AKs or whatever kind of other assault rifles that people could get their hands on. They don't care. These people probably really ain't had an actual death threat on them. They don't care. Why do you think they want you to vote? Why do you think they want you to vote emotionally? They don't want you to vote with any common sense. Why do you think every time they bringing up a point about something, do they want you to emotionally connect with this, emotionally connect with that? But they don't want you to intellectually connect with anything. You know how many people lost their lives, lost their homes, lost their loved ones because the Biden administration don't know what the fuck they're doing, because they're so busy with an agenda instead of thinking about the better welfare of the people? You know how many people in the Ukraine, in Russia, in Gaza, in Israel is now in the middle of a war zone because of the Biden administration? And y'all people still out here talking about y'all gonna vote for him again because you hate Trump. Not no other reason. Good morning, my brother. That don't even make sense. You know what else people hate? Medicine. But when you sick, you still gotta take it. Good morning. Have a blessed day, my brother. People hate medicine too, fam. Who you saw say, you know what, I can't wait to get sick, that medicine is the best? Who in the hell says that? They got y'all hating Trump because he sends out tweets in the middle of the night. When the hell else is our enemies awake? They on the other side of the planet. Our enemies ain't awake right now. Right now it's like midnight where they at. He should be sending out tweets at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. That's probably in their afternoon. Why in the hell would he be sending out tweets? That's also more proof that all of those times the Democrats was trying to play victim, he wasn't even talking to them. He's sending out the tweets during the time of the day where the people that he wants to see the tweets will be awake. So if he's sending out the tweets at 3 o'clock in the morning, why in the hell would you believe he's sending out it for a Democrat? Joe Biden probably sleep fucking 20 hours a day. Have you seen the guy? Have you seen the guy? This is what I mean by you gotta stop allowing for people to be able to emotionally manipulate you. They'll have you hating people that want to help you. They'll have you running away from a situation that's supposed to be saving you. They'll have you doing all of the things in the world except for looking at something logistically. And we're men. We're supposed to be filled with logic, not trying to talk trash about women. Good morning. I'm going to say this much. For the people who voted Biden into office and now you're understanding the mistake you made, it's okay. I'm personally going to give you a pass. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. But for the people who are out here still pushing Biden's agenda, still pushing we got to vote Biden, we can't vote Trump, you're the problem. You know the difference between being wrong and telling a lie? You see, when you're wrong and someone shows you that you're wrong, you learn, you accept it. When you're telling a lie and someone shows you that you're wrong, you double down because you already knew. Show enough said the worst part about this, babies and children are unfortunately involved in this killing spree. Fam, you know how many missing children there are also? I'm agreeing with you, by the way. But you know how many missing children there are also? You know how many missing children there are, fam? Yeah. Yeah. Chilling. Give me a minute. I'll be over there a little later. You guys are the best. I love y'all. That's our food stand, guys. Guys are the best, man. If y'all notice, I show everybody love that show me love. Everybody that show me love, I show them love. When people don't show me love, I don't hate on them. I just avoid them. They be mad though. They be wanting to hate me from up close. But once you're not showing me love, I don't hate you. I just avoid you. The fuck am I doing not avoiding somebody that mean bad for me? That don't make sense. They be mad at me though. They be mad at me. The same niggas is out here hating me. They be mad at me because I avoid them. Anyway, let's stay on what we talking about. This is comical at this point. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so there's like a ton of children. There's like millions of children. So not, I don't know if it's millions, but like throughout the world, there's a ton of children missing now, man. A ton of them. Joe Biden and Joe Biden's freaking politics. So for y'all that y'all dead set on voting Joe Biden and this administration back in the office after all of this damage that they've done to the rest of the world, you guys are the problem. You guys. I don't want to hear Trump's a racist. Once again, I was alive in the 80s. You heard? Once again, I was alive in the 80s. I remember what Trump was doing for our community in the 80s. I remember. I was there. I was alive in the 90s. Up into that freaking Central Park 5 shit, Trump was golden. I remember. Y'all could go lie to these people that just don't want to live in reality. But I remember. I was there. I was there when our black politicians and black activists needed funding, and Trump pulled up and was funding black activists and black politicians. I was there. Good morning. So whatever this new narrative is that y'all trying to push out into the world, you can't trick me, fam. I was there. And I was fortunate enough to go to a school that reading the newspaper was really important. We had this 1 year where like we was reading the stock market or like we had a whole class on just the stock market. I'm in elementary school, fam. We bought stock, traded stock. This is all real shit. I'm in elementary school, fam. We buying and trading stock like fake. You know what I'm saying? And then like keeping up to date on the shit and everything. Shout out to PS59. You guys are the problem. Hold on, let's get back to this Russia saying that they're enemies of America now. You do know also, just so we can be clear, China has bought up all of the land around most of our military bases. Joe Biden and Joe Biden's administration has made it, morning, my brother, has made it so that China is able to buy up almost all of the land around our military bases. Sam. Who does Joe Biden work for? Who does Joe Biden work for? I need an explanation. I need to know who Joe Biden works for, because he damn sure doesn't. Good morning. She does not like me. Because he damn sure doesn't work. What up, Brandon? Salutes. This morning, Frost, BBN fam. What up, Swift? So I want to know who Joe Biden works for. I need somebody to explain to me who in the hell Joe Biden works for. Just explain it. How in the hell is China able Trump is funny as shit. How in the hell is China able to buy up all of the land around our military bases? Morning, my brother. How does that make sense? Anybody else talking about this or only me? Explain how that makes sense. China only allows for us to put like 6 movies in their movie theaters over the course of an entire year. I think it's like 4, to be honest with you. Somewhere between 4 to 6 movies. We can only put 4 to 6 movies in their movie theaters through the course of an entire year. But yet, the 2 biggest farm owners or land owners right now of farmland in America, morning, my brother, All right. The two biggest farm owners or landowners in America right now is dude that owns Microsoft and China. How in the hell did that happen? But y'all keep voting Biden. Y'all keep talking about how Trump is a terrorist. I need somebody to explain this to me. I need for somebody to explain this to me, but without emotion. I don't want to hear an emotional argument. Good morning, my brother. Emotional arguments don't mean anything. You're just telling me how you feel. I don't want to know how you feel. I want to know what's applicable in this situation. I want to know what makes sense. I want to know how that's right. We could only put between 4 to 6 movies in their movie theaters. But Joe Biden and his administration allowed for them to buy up almost all of the land around our military bases. This is why I keep telling you, if they strike America, they're not hitting New York first. They're not hitting Chicago first. They're not hitting LA first. They're going to strike our military bases. That's what they're going to do. Why? Because that's what you do. Terrorists strike populated areas. Armies strike your military bases. Try to take out your means to assault them back. Terrorists will attack a major metropolitan area. But an army, they're not going to do that. They're going to try to destroy your weapons, because every weapon of yours they destroy is another person on their side that they save. So that's what they're going to be doing. I don't understand why y'all just listen to everything that these Democrats talk about. Democrats could say anything to y'all and y'all just jump on board. I don't understand it. Brandon Washington said the national debt, I think it's like China. Yeah, we owe most of that too. That's a fact. So like they basically own the US. You're fact. We owe China more money than we could pay them back. These are facts. You ain't saying nothing wrong. We can't even pay the money back to China we owe China. We can't even pay it back. And then I don't understand why freaking Biden is now sending us in even more debt. Morning, my brother. All right, salute. I was just telling everybody about that jump shot you got. Says Bill Gates invests in Coca-Cola. I'm not a soda drinker. Been off the pot 10 years now. I don't know why you're telling me that Bill Gates invested in Coca-Cola, but yeah, he did that too. I guess. I'm assuming Bill Gates invests in almost anything that's worth money. Because that's what I would do if I had money. I would just invest in everything that makes money. I got millions and billions of dollars. I could throw a couple of million over there and a couple of million over there. Why not? The stock is going up. Yeah. I tried to tell her. Stock is going up. See, so now we owe a shitload of money to the Ukraine. I mean, pardon me. Take that back. We gave them a shitload of money. But we owe a shitload of money to China. But that still is not an explanation for allowing them to buy up all of that land around our army bases. That don't make sense. Biden administration. Brandon Washington said Bill Gates wants to bring up death panels. Dude's crazy not to get off track there. No, the best thing you could use Coca-Cola for is the clean shit. That's one of the best cleaning products on the market. If you know, you know. Morning, my brother. You know about that? He saw that. Like, one boy was walking by, he started nodding. That's one of the best cleaning products on the market, man. Coca-Cola, for those that don't know. You add stuff like, morning, my brother. You add stuff like dish detergent and shit to Coca-Cola, you could clean almost anything. This is a fact. I'm not capping. It's one of the best cleaning products on the market. Stop drinking it. Not that I don't occasionally have a Coca-Cola. I think I had like one this year. That's real talk. Apparently, Coca-Cola goes really well with red wine, and it does. So I had one this year. And only because I was testing out that theory, just so we can be clear. I just put you on the two things. It goes really, really good with red wine, and it's one of the best cleaning products you could buy. Soda cleans battery terminal. There you go, show enough. That's a fact. Good morning. Okay. She got the whole 90s vibe going, and it's lit. Good morning. Super fatty. And she's pretty as heck. And she stay in the gym. So I mean, three things going. So I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misinterpretation. When you go vote, I want you guys to have all of the requisite information. Once again, vote for whatever helps your household. Don't get this confused. But I am 100% certain that there is nothing that the Biden administration is offering us that helps the average American. It might help that little niche group over there or that little niche group over there, but there is nothing that they are offering that helps the average American. First of all, I want to bring back Trump because Trump basically was giving out don't gotta pay back loans to damn near everybody. How about that? How many of us entrepreneurs could use a don't gotta pay it back loan? I could use one right now, you rat bastards. I accidentally say that a lot to everybody. More than my brother. All right. I say that a lot to everybody. So we're at the Trump rally, and me and T-Moto Productions is there. Right? I tried to get y'all content. I actually did a lot of filming. I should have posted the shit. But we at the Trump rally, and I'm talking to somebody, and I said a joke that hit. And then I said rat bastards. And it just absolutely, it was like the exclamation mark at the end of the joke. And it made the joke go from here to here. T-Moto was like, yo, you got to stop calling people rat bastards. Shout out to T-Moto Productions. Salute. Love hanging out with that guy. Just absolutely funny and shit. Bring the stimulus checks back. I don't even care about the stimulus checks as much because I want America, because we have the funding, to do what a lot of these other countries are doing. And what's not a lot, but there's other countries that literally just pay every adult citizen. Good morning. There's some countries that actually pay every adult citizen like a certain amount of money every freaking month. I want us to do that because we need to stimulate our economy. And the only way to stimulate the economy is through purchasing. It's through people buying. If the prices are too high, people make less purchases. If people are making less purchases, that hurts our economy. We need people to make more purchases. That's how the economy is stimulated. Huh? What? That makes you're 100% right. Good morning, my brother. Salute. Okay, first, printing money makes inflation goes up. I'm not talking about inflation at the moment, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you though. I'm not talking about inflation at the moment. Have a blessed day. Sheesh. I'm not talking about inflation at the moment though. So she is correct though. Printing money makes inflation go up. But we're not talking about inflation. We're talking about stimulating the economy. And the only way to stimulate the economy is if we're out there making purchases, spending money, creating commerce. Go look it up. Everybody got Google. Or that's one way to stimulate the economy. That's the best way. So if they were giving out money, that's going to help stimulate the economy. So that's still a plus for our government. So with the understanding of that, now you really understand why Trump gave out the stimulus checks. He stimulated the economy. Stimulate, list checks, stimulate the economy. You get it? You get it? You get it? Good morning. Sheesh. I know she talking to her man on the phone. Because he's like, babe, I got to be watching you every second. These guys out here is dogs. He bad as hell. But you understand why it's called the people that didn't get it. Also proving what she's talking about to be incorrect. Shout out to her. I'm very happy that she has some feedback. She did actually talk about inflation, which is an issue. Inflation is created when we're printing money and not destroying money. There's a movie. Is it called Get Money or Got Money? The one with Queen Latifah, where they was trying to steal all of the money before. Good morning, my brother. All right. The one with Queen Latifah, where they were trying to steal all the money before it got destroyed at the wherever the money destroying place. Good morning. Mad Money, thank you. So yeah, so she is correct with the money stimulation thing going. How you doing today, baby girl? Good? Okay. She's a cutie though. Don't let nobody lie to you. I'm single. I just be looking for somebody to hang out with sometime. But apparently all the women around here think I'm gay. So anytime I try to hit on them, it always comes off like it's something weird. So I just stop trying. Brandon Washington says, sheesh, I need a job there. I make sure most of the bills get destroyed. Most. I might keep a few as souvenirs. Souvenirs straight to the sock drawer. For later use. Shout out to Shaw Brim. He says, was Trump with the stimulus or did he only sign off on it? Okay, so this is the most I remember as far as when it was created. I think, morning, my brother. I think, and I might, don't hold me to this, but I think that it was an idea that had came from either Trump's side or from Republicans. Morning, my brother. Trump's side or Republicans. The thing I remember the most about it is, as soon as Trump said that that was something that he wanted to do, the Democrats were 100% against it. The Democrats was completely against stimulus checks. Also, if I'm correct, Trump initially, morning, my brother. Yo, hold on, y'all. Yo, I did not know that was your son. I was hooping with your son the other day. Oh, yeah. Oh, the kid is special. He's special, man. Chilling, just over here my shit. You already know. Yeah, man. He's special. He's special. Yeah, man. It's in the car. Yeah, man. My fault, y'all. I ain't seen my homie in a minute. He's good people. I was hooping with his son yesterday. Kid is special, fam. He got his father layup package, which is ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back to what we talking about. If whether y'all notice or not, I love having reasons to speak positively about other people. I love bragging on people. You know what I'm saying? I love bragging on other people. I love talking about how other people are great at things. Like, I just love doing this. You know what I'm saying? What up, Maxwell? They lied to y'all about me. I promise you. Let me throw this in the garbage. They lied to y'all about me. I promise you. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So, as far as I know, the Democrats initially was totally against the stimulus checks. And then not only were the Democrats against the stimulus checks, just so we could be clear, Trump wanted to give us like 2K, right? Didn't Trump want to give like 2K at one point? And they argued it down, and then it went all the way down to like 800 or 900, and then Trump fought a little bit more and got it back up to 1,500. So the Democrats do not want y'all to be able, they don't want us to be able to do for us. They want more government. They want to keep looking like they helping us. When we're all grown adults, all we need is get out of our way. You understand what I'm saying? All we need is get out of our way. That's all we really need. But the Democrats treat us like we need people to be standing over us, telling us where to spend our money, how to spend our money, what to do, this and this and that. Matter of fact, we're not even going to give you the money to spend. What we're going to do is we're going to put this money over here, and then you're going to come to us and we'll pay the bill. Like, no, nigga. That's what the Democrats are on. That's why they always talking about opening up clinics. That's why they always talking about doing all of these other things, when in reality, what they should be doing is they should be giving the people who know how to do whatever that needs to be done room to do it. You got individuals coming from other countries making it happen for them and their families in less than a year. So you trying to tell me Americans that already live here shouldn't be able to have those opportunities? Why do we have to have clinics for us? Good morning. So that's the problem. That's the issue. Morning, my brother. Y'all gotta get away from this democratic way of thinking. And I've been telling y'all that for how many years now? So this is nothing new that I'm saying. All of this stuff that I'm saying, I've been saying. All of these things that the Democrats that are doing, it is weirdo shit. I told we done spoke about this before they even had the opportunity to do it. Good morning. We got 15. 5 more likes and get to 20. Hit that like button. Let's get to 20. 5 more. The Democrats are not our friends, man. I'm going to point one more thing out, and then we're going to get to some more of the actual political conversation. Y'all do know the Democrats were the slave owners, right? Because I keep hearing that Republicans are all racist. But you do know that the Democrats were the slave owners, right? Y'all do know this, right? That the people who owned the slaves were the Democrats. Y'all do know this, right? I don't think people know this. It seems like y'all just don't know this. The Republicans were seen as the black people party, the slave party. Y'all do know this, right? Good morning, my brother. All right. Y'all know this, right? This isn't nothing. I hope this isn't anything new. After the Civil War, the Democrats from the freaking North, some of them moved down south, and the Republicans from the South, some of them moved up north. The Republicans were in the South. The Republicans were the slave owners. This is why I never understand why people say if you vote Republican, you racist. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Republican. How about that? That was just when he died, 1970 what? 71, 70? Martin Luther King Jr. was a Republican. So this is the problem we have. We don't even know history. We don't know what done happened. We don't know what's done happened. They've done tricked us into thinking that, you know, what happened yesterday ain't important. He died in 68. Thank you. They done tricked us into thinking what happened yesterday ain't important. And then by tricking us that way, they're able to continuously do the bullshit that happened to us that happened yesterday. Morning, my brother. All right. Gotta get up on game, fam. These race hustlers out there, all these dudes is race hustlers. Where's the Tamika Mallory's and the Mike Son at? Why are they still talking about Trump, but they not criticizing Biden? Good morning. Their communities that they're supposed to be looking out for, those are the communities that's suffering right now because of the immigrants, correct? The illegal immigrants. Why ain't Tamika Mallory and my son talking about that? Why ain't Tamika Mallory and my son only speak when they can speak bad about Trump or speak bad about police? They don't speak when they got to speak bad about Democrats. Explain that shit to me. Shout out to Team Moto Production. Salute, my brother was just talking about you. Explain that to me. Where they at? Why they only talk when they can talk bad about the police and when they can talk bad about freaking Trump? They don't talk when somebody got to stand up. Oh shit, that shit is lit. They don't talk when they got to stand up for when somebody needs to take a stand against Biden. Explain that to me. Good morning. Biden has disrespected our veterans. If there's anyone that you can disrespect on the planet, it can't be a veteran, fam. It can't be somebody that put their life on the line to protect the country, whatever country that is. It can't be that, fam. All right? We're not doing that, fam. What up, New York Links? We're not doing that. If there's anybody you're going to disrespect, you can't disrespect a veteran, somebody that put their life on the line for whatever the country it is that they live in. Remember, they're not a part of the politics. So personally, I don't want to hear from my son, and I don't want to hear from Tamika Mallory anymore. Their voices is paid for. There's somebody cutting a check, and that's when they talk. Their voices is paid for. I don't want to hear from them ever again. It's been too long without them being on the right side of this conversation. So I don't want to hear how they care about black people. Because if you cared about black people, what about all of those black people that right now are getting shot by police? You only going to talk about it when Trump is president? So when Trump wins, and then a black person dies, then Tamika Mallory and my son is going to talk about how they got to defund the police. Only then, but not when it happens under Biden. Where they at? The police ain't stopped killing niggas. Where they at? Where are they at? The police ain't stopped killing niggas. The police ain't stopped beating people up. It's still happening. Where's Tamika Mallory and my son? So do they really care about us? Or do they just care about the check they get when they pretend? Put it in the chat. What y'all think? Morning, my brother. All right. Put it in the chat. What y'all think? Y'all think Tamika Mallory and my son care about us? Or they only care about the check they get when they pretend? They're going to show up and they're going to want y'all to be at a rally. They're going to show up and they're going to want you to march. But they're not going to show up until Trump shows up. Then they're going to come out of the freaking woodwork like roaches. Tell me where the lies at. Where they at? You had a young boy just a couple of weeks ago, or about a month or two ago, get shot by a police officer when he had a freaking toy gun. Where they at? You had another kid just get killed in the car over a traffic stop. Where they at? Give me a second. I don't want that music to go. Shout out to Pop Smoke, though. Shout out to Pop Smoke. Rest in peace. Where they at? Tamika Mallory and my fucking song. They just do word salads. Whenever you try to have a conversation with them about anything, they just do word salads. They do the Kamala Harris. They might be writing all of her damn speeches. They might be writing all of her speeches. They just do word salads. Sheesh. Y'all ready to talk about jabs? Or y'all want to stay talking about this? Y'all ready to talk? Let me see what else I got on the itinerary. Russia declared war on the U.S. They declared not war. They declared us as enemies. You do know what's next, right? Border crisis and jabs. That's what else we got. All right. Y'all want to move on, or y'all want to stay on this topic? Kamala Harris. Did Montel Williams pass away? Oh, in 2001. Allegedly, Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. I do not know this to be true, but allegedly she slept her way to the top. Allegedly. At least that's what the people, her constituents, when she was running for DA, always said. She was apparently sleeping with some dude. He was the mayor, but he was also married. She's also married. She has no skill, talent. She's not intelligent. So it kind of makes sense. Good morning. So it kind of makes sense if she slept her way to the top. She has no skill and or talent. She can't even publicly speak. How is she a politician? Somebody explain that to me. She can't even publicly speak, man. One of the most important things about being a politician is being able to speak publicly, being an orator. Hello. She can't even speak publicly, fam. She just says word salads and hope you're not smart enough to understand it's a word salad. That's it. These people are dangerous. We have a whole president that got elected because he played off of your emotions. We got a whole president that got elected because he played off of the emotions of the people, not because he had any ability to do the job well. And I still see people out here talking about they're going to vote for him again. But the Democrats are tricking you. The people that are still thinking about voting for Biden is very little. It's the majority of people are very unhappy with his job that he's done. Very unhappy. Do you see those crowds that Trump pulled? And then you see the crowds that Biden pulled. Biden could barely fill up a damn auditorium, a high school auditorium, a high school gymnasium. He could barely fill up one of those things. Trump had so many people that was expected to come out to the Bronx event that the police had to say there's a finite amount of people that can even get in the event. That's what they're not telling y'all. They wouldn't allow for more people to go into the Bronx event. It was supposed to only be like 3,500, but like 30,000 or some big ass number like that showed up. But it was only supposed to be like 3,500 people, they said. Something like that. These people are not playing fair. Also, just so we could be clear, before we move to the next topic, just so we could be clear, you do know that whole conviction, what they keep talking about 34, 35 counts or whatever it is, you know that was for one event. It's one thing. He didn't get found guilty of 34 crimes. It was one crime that they can't even tell you what it was. So they can't even tell you what the crime was. But it was one crime. Good morning. It was one crime. They can't even tell you what the crime was, though. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, good morning, family. Sending blessings to everyone. Blessings to you too, fam. So they're tricking you by keep saying he's a 34-time felon. It was one crime. They just trumped up the charges against him. You see how that word is used, trumped? You understand that his name is not just a noun, it's a verb. Is it also an adjective? We got a president that shits on himself in public right now, fam. Sheesh. We got a president that craps himself in public, fam. Good morning. Craps himself in public. And enough of us has either had children or been around children. You know how little kids look when they crapping. We have a president who currently craps himself in public, fam. And we got other idiots, and I don't care if you still come out you voting Biden, you're an idiot to me. And we got other idiots that still talking about they're gonna vote for a dude that's crapping himself in public. Shit is bananas. Shout out to Art D Glass putting our Cash App up in the chat. I haven't did that in a dumb long time. I don't even be telling people what to do that. Good morning. I don't even be telling people to put the cash. I don't even be putting the Cash App in the chat no more. I should be doing that. So I appreciate you. That's a fact. Should be doing it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute. I'm gonna be out there this Sunday. You pulling up? Oh, you're not playing no more? I'm gonna probably pull up though. Most of the time I go out there, fam, I'm just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just be hanging out. There's some kids out here that I be training and shit like that a little bit, like, you know, little kids and shit. She's doing fine. How old is she now? 20? Hey. Okay. Scary times. That's the fact. Salute. That's the homie. That's the homie. I'm probably just gonna let whoever this is playing this random shit. I'm just gonna let this guy go past. We're gonna let this guy walk past. That's a fact.
God wants you to be his son. And God wants you to be his God. And that's what God intended for
One thing that everything dude is saying on the speaker, there's this guy walking by playing the speaker. He's playing somebody else talking. Something he said, I just want to just reiterate this. Satan wants us to be at odds with one another. Good day. So be mindful of that when people are telling you things to make you have an issue with another individual. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I keep telling you I know I'm blessed. Because people keep having random problems with me for no reason. Like, I haven't done anything. Somebody just went to them and told them something to make them mad at me. So that's how come I know I'm blessed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it. I know I'm blessed. Because people are constantly having random issues with me that I ain't did anything to. Good morning. That's why I know I'm blessed. I know God got his hand on me. I know it to be a fact. If I stood up here every day and told y'all about how people just be mad at me over nothing, it would make a great television show. That's the best way I could put it. But people generally be mad at me over nothing. I can't even help people. Like, I'm just going to leave it at that, but I can't even help people. People be mad at me for helping them, fam. I'm not even capping. Or just being, I'm not even going to say as much as helping. They be mad at that too. But I just be being a good person. Like, I'll do something and I'll just be being a good person. And people just be thinking I'm trying to trick them. So they be mad at me and shit. They just be mad at me, fam. Morning, my brother. All right. Yeah, they just be mad at me. They just be mad at me. Pissed off. And I just be trying to be a good person. All right, let's get back to it. I want to mention something about the jab real quick. While we got a couple of moments, I want to mention something about the jab real quick. Also, this guy just put in the chat, if you are enjoying the show today, you can pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. It's always beneficial. Or if you just like what we're doing, you want to help out the program, whatever. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So I want to talk about the jab real quick. I got a question. How can you vote for the Democrats when the Democrats just did all of that bullshit to go force all of y'all to go get jabs, and now you're finding out that these jabs are killing people? So I want to know, how can you vote for Democrat? I currently want to know. Good morning. Good morning. I personally want to know that. You have a whole entire country, Japan, a whole entire country that has came out and started speaking about how angry they are that so many of their population is dying because of this damn jab that everybody was taking. So that lady just drove by in her car. Some kid was in the passenger seat. She drove by looking at me like this the whole entire time and then just did a loop through the parking lot to go back that way. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Did she just do the whole loop and leave like I think just happened? Yeah, she just did the whole loop and leave. She could be fucked at the end though. What the fuck going on? But this is the type of shit I be talking about. But I be like, what the fuck, man? Maybe that's not what happened. Anyway. They're like, what the fuck? This is the type of shit I be talking about. We're like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, a whole entire country, Japan, just so we can be clear, Cheetos. A whole entire country, Japan, just so we can be clear, they've been speaking out against the mRNA jab specifically and talked about how they've been losing a shitload of people have been dying. The prime minister, whoever the top dog over there is, he's done went on television apologizing, talking about he didn't know. Fam, how are y'all voting for these guys? How are y'all voting for them? I need to understand how the Democrats can consistently lie to y'all about every single thing, but then when election season comes, all they got to do is start talking about racism, and then you vote Democrat instead of Republican. I need an explanation. And y'all do know that Donald Trump has publicly denounced the Ku Klux Klan, white supremacy, and racism about 30 or 40 times. Like publicly, he has denounced it over and over again. Good morning. Have a blessed day, y'all. All of the things. Publicly, he has denounced this. Publicly. Over and over and over again. But the Democrats keep saying he never did it. I don't understand how y'all rock with these dudes when all they do is lie. I don't get it. Maybe because I'm going through something similar where everything that I say, somebody say I'm lying and I'm not lying. So maybe I'm taking this shit a little bit more personal than other people are taking it. But I need to know, how are you going to consistently vote for someone consistently that every single thing they say is a lie, and when election season come, all they start doing is talking about racism when they were the ones that owned the slaves in the first place, when they're the ones that still have everyone in slavery? Why do you think they don't want us to actually have any money in our communities? Why do you think inflation is through the roof? Why do you think they want to tax everything? You have Donald Trump. He doesn't want to tax everything. He wants to make it so that we have money to go do what we want to do with our money. The Democrats want to tax the shit out of you so they can get control of the money and do what they want to do with the money. I don't understand how this is hard to understand. This is all common sense to me. I don't consider myself to be that much smarter than the average human being, if I am. So I don't get how this is something that other people can't compute. Good morning. Just being honest, man. Some of this stuff is just ridiculous. They went and got y'all to get all of those jabs. You got football players dropping dead from heart attacks all over the place. Football players. For those that don't get it, football players is probably, out of all of the athletes, the healthiest. Basketball players are most likely the most athletic. Don't get it confused. But as far as just being healthy, football players is probably the healthiest athletes. How are they just dropping dead from heart attacks left and right? Good morning. Sometimes I be wanting to say good morning to people, but I be in the middle of a thought, and I be knowing that if I just stop my thought, then I'm gonna F up, and I'm not gonna be able to get all the way back to the point I was trying to make. So sometimes when y'all be walking past me, I say good morning late, not because I'm not trying to say good morning, but generally because I be in the middle of a thought. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna ignore this guy. Sheesh. Ignore that guy. That guy was gonna argue about the Bible. Good morning. That guy was gonna argue about the Bible. You'll never know what he's talking about. I don't want to be a part of him blaspheming God. That's all. Shout out to him. I hope he more to prosperity and shit. You know, we're not supposed to do that. Just for everybody that don't get it, we're not supposed to get into conversations with people to get for them to blaspheme and to get for them to say things against God. Like, we're not supposed to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always, every time I see him and when we doing live, it's always, man, I hope you don't come over here to blaspheme God. All right, we're gonna go for a walk. I gotta walk back to the crib. We might be ending the live, but I gotta walk back to the crib. Hope he comes out on Sunday to hang out, if not nothing else. I don't always go to the park to actually play basketball. Although I did play yesterday, like the whole entire time I was there. But I don't always go to the park to play basketball. Sometimes I just go there. I don't take in shots and practicing shots. I don't consider that playing. You know what I'm saying? I be honest with you. No, I'm just doing drills. I don't really consider that playing. Anyway, in any regard, let's get back to what we're talking about. Yeah, so they had all of these people take those jabs, and now they're finding out that the jabs got all of these issues with them. You have all of these people dropping dead, allegedly, you know, from jabs, having cardiac arrest, all type of different heart problems, all type of different lung problems, right? It's so bad to the point that if you took the jab, you can't give blood. Like, it changed your DNA, basically. For everybody that don't get it, the jab changed people's DNA. So you're not allowed to give blood. You're not allowed to give semen. You're not allowed to give any of your biological. You're considered a biohazard, basically. For everybody that don't get it, basically you're considered a biohazard. You're not allowed to give no blood. You're not allowed to give any of your your fluids or anything. Pretty sure you're not allowed to donate organs. You're not allowed to do any of these things if you've had the jab. And who says that? The Red Cross. Just so we can be clear. So if anybody's like, what is Jake talking about over here? Go look up the Red Cross, and then you'll find all of this stuff that I'm talking about. So they basically changed your DNA. Like, whatever DNA was before the jab, now it's not that anymore. For everybody that don't get what I'm trying to explain. Whatever your DNA was before the jab, it's not that anymore. It's something else. So y'all want to put people back in office again, while during Donald Trump's reign, they tried to make it, and everybody forget about this thing. They tried to make Donald Trump force everyone to get the jab. He refused, and that's when they started making all of these stipulations that you can't go do this, you can't go do that unless you've been inoculated. You can't go unless you had the jab. You can't go do this. You can't go do that. We're not going to allow you to do this. We're not going to allow you to do that. They tried to make everybody uncomfortable so people pull up and go get the damn jab. You got to learn how to live in discomfort. I don't know what else to tell you. You have to learn how to just be unhappy sometimes and just still go. Because people try to use their ability to make you unhappy to force you to do stuff that you would just not necessarily do. That's why I'm perfectly fine living in discomfort. I'm not doing what you want me to do.
Yeah, what up, my brother?
All right.
Top of the top, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Morning. Yeah, I'm not doing what you want me to do just because you want me to do it. If I don't want to do it, all right. Everybody tell me to be safe. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, who is that? Who's out here trying to fuck it? I don't care. In any regard. Yeah, I wasn't reading that guy's comments. They didn't even come through in the first place. But he did say something I will reference. Talking about can we have an election if we're in the middle of a war? It's not unprecedented, but I do believe that the Democrats will do everything in their power to prevent the election from happening because they know that they can't win. And what I mean by they can't win is that they're not going to just lose the presidency. You do understand this, right? The Democrats are going to lose so many different offices, so many different seats in the next coming elections. They might never want there to be another election on anything. You know, they've been, like I've been telling y'all, and remember I told y'all this before Trump lost the last election. I said the Republicans are not the ones that lie to you. The Republicans are the ones that tell you stuff that you just don't want to hear. Democrats flat out lie to you. And then when they get into office, they don't even do the thing that they said that they were going to do. Remember I told y'all that? What happened when Biden got into office? Every single thing that they said that they were going to do for our communities was a lie. The only truths they told was opening up the border. That was a big disaster. Another truth they told was raising taxes. That was a big disaster. So another truth they told was, remember they were like, Trump don't have friends from other countries. He's a bad, his diplomacy is bad. Well, yeah, so I have friends in other countries. But what are they doing for their friends? They're just giving their friends all our money. So maybe we don't want friends in other fucking countries. Maybe that's bad for us, yeah? All right? Maybe that's bad for us. Maybe we don't want friends in other countries. So no, I'm completely okay. So maybe we don't want friends in other countries. If we're going to be, good morning. If we're going to be doing what they're doing, printing money just so they can send it to other countries and they could tank our economy. Also, didn't Trump tell you they was going to tank our economy? Good morning. I remember Trump saying that they were going to tank our economy. And I remember the Democrats saying he was lying. And I also remember, just so we could be clear, all of these black activists saying that Trump was lying about it too. Good morning. It seems like Trump was telling the fucking truth. So what are we gonna do? Good morning, my brother.
Hey, buddy.
All right, chilling. So what are we gonna do? They got y'all to get that jab. The jab, if you're gonna listen to Japan, because if you keep listening to these dudes over here, circle jerk everybody and talk in circles, you're gonna believe that the jab had nothing to do with all of these people passing away. So listen to what Japan is saying. Japan is saying unequivocally that the mRNA jab is killing a ton of them over there in Japan. They're saying that it's the jab, just so we could be clear. So much that their prime minister, or whoever the guy that's in charge over there, came out and publicly apologized. So now, if you know anything about Japan at all, their whole main thing is honor. Their main thing is honor. That's like the number one thing the Japanese is about. Honor. Integrity. That's like their main thing. So, and now, just so we can be clear, our president over here in America and his Democratic friends wants us to do another round of jabs. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I know I didn't get the last one, and I'm not going to get this one. I can tell you that much. I told y'all before, they're going to have to put me in jail. I'm not getting no jab. Because these are not things that we should be getting. And the thing that you also have to understand is when they get us to do things and they don't want us to have God's protection. Good morning. And they don't want us to have God's protection. They need for us to agree. You see, if they force us to do something and we don't want to do it and they do it against our will, God is still going to protect us. We lose God's protection when we willfully walk into things that's against God. So if on your own free will, you decide to do something that's against God, then your ability to be protected by the Most High is in jeopardy. But if they force you to do it, more than my brother, all right? But if they force you to do it against your will, you do not lose God's protection. Because remember, the number one thing that the Most High gave us, that especially the angels, are so, all right? Good morning. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. The number one thing is that we have free will. Satan is always trying to use our free will against us. So that's why Satan has us want to do things that we shouldn't want to do. Or he tries to encourage us to do things that we shouldn't want to do. He needs for us to use our free will against ourselves. You understand? So no, I'm not doing nothing, and there's nothing that they could tell me to make me. Morning. All right. Nothing they could tell me to make me. I'm not doing it. I'd rather live in discomfort. I'm fine with that. I can't tell you the last time I was comfortable. Maybe 15, 20 years ago. I don't know. Morning, my brother. But I'd much rather live in discomfort than live outside of God's wishes. I much rather live in discomfort than live outside of God's love. I don't care. I'm just going to be one uncomfortable motherfucker to the day I die. But I'm going to still be in God's love. Promise you that. All you can do is be a good person. Some people are going to see it. Some people aren't. It is what it is. Some people are going to see that you're a good person, and then they're going to want to try to use that against you. It is what it is. But all you could do is be a good person, the best person that you could be. Make the decisions that you believe are the best decisions, not just for you, but for the people around you. That's all you can do. You can't do anything else. That's all you can do. Work on that energy, and then everything else, it is what it is, man. Every time I'm like, this shit is gonna get disheartening. Don't get it confused. There's people that you're gonna try to help. There's people that you just gonna be being honest with. They're not gonna believe you. There's nothing you can do about that. There's gonna be stuff you're gonna try to do in the world that's gonna be positive. You're trying to do good shit, and then there's gonna be other people that's gonna be, they dedicate their life into trying to prevent you from doing something good because they don't got nothing better to do with their time and because they work for Satan. This is what it is, man. You just gotta do what you gotta do. 1 second. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. The worst part about being right about something is now the person you was right about something to, they're gonna be angry at you the whole entire time. Like your relationship is never gonna be the same because they fucked up. What time we got? I need a second. I need a second. I need to do something real quick. I need a second. Be right back. Sorry about that. I needed a second. We back. Oh shit! Ain't nobody leave. And then I start turning the lights on and I walk out the door. It's crazy. Anyway, give me 1 second. Keys. Anybody else put their key in the door before walking out the house to make sure that they never lock themselves out the house? Anybody else does that? Funny story. I'm gonna tell you one more funny story real quick, and then we're gonna get back to what we're talking about. So I was at the park yesterday playing basketball. So I was playing with my homeboy. Homeboy's son was out there. Some other kids was out there. Some other dudes was out there. So we playing. Good day. So we playing. So some shorty comes over to play with us. Well, I invited her over to the park, to the game. She was on the other court. So I scoop her before the game is over, right? She say she got to go. Boom. I scoop her, I get the number and everything, right? So do you not know that some weirdos then tried to tell the nigga later on that I come to the park looking for dudes or whatever? This motherfucker just see me scoop this shorty, super thick, by the way, super thick. She's like some European chick or some shit, I don't know. Super thick though, like a super fatty. Like, you know, she was short, she had a fatty. It is what it is. I just thought that was funny. Like, niggas who lie on you all day. And niggas who just lie on you all day. Niggas that don't even know you from Adam. Niggas just heard something somewhere and they just passing that lie around. And that's why God says that whenever somebody says something about somebody, they got to say it in the presence of that individual. You know? Well, God hates liars. And be a liar, fam. There's nothing wrong with being incorrect. There's something wrong with being a liar. We all wrong every now and then, you know? Anyway, we back outside. I'll run to the crib real quick. I'm over here thinking about what I might eat for lunch. I don't even know what I'm eating for lunch. Anyway. Pardon me, sorry about the spitting. We got good battery life. Shit, I should have left out the phone in the house. We got good battery life. It's like at 49%. When I started the live, it was like at 90, maybe 88, 90. What else y'all want to discuss? Put it in the chat. We could discuss something else. We don't have to stay on this topic. But basically, as usual, whenever we're talking about the Democrats, it is what it is. I am not a fan of the Republicans. I've never been a fan of the Republicans. But at the end of the day, I am a fan of our people and I'm a fan of God. And I want the things that's going to happen that's going to be a reflection of God's words. I want those things to happen. I want the things that's going to happen that's going to be, you know, benefit us as people in this nation that we live in. I want those things to happen. I currently don't think that those things are possible under our current regime. I just don't think it's possible. That's just the way I feel. I could be incorrect. Yeah. It's just the way I feel. I could be incorrect. But the way I feel, hey. But the way I feel, our current regime, what we're currently living under. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the mic off for a second. Our current regime, our current administration, I just don't think they care about us. I think they care about their agendas. I think they care about And I'm gonna say something. So shout out to Timber, shout out to Zig, shout out to Zig, shout out to Timber, shout out to my brother Tashin, because I remember back in the 90s, we was having a conversations. I'm gonna tell you what the conversations were. And we was having a conversation about a lot of different things. We spoke about a lot of different things. These are pretty intelligent individuals, all three of the ones I named. And we was talking about how in the future that there was an agenda to make it so that genders didn't exist. Like there was no man, there was no woman. It just didn't exist. And so these are the conversations that we had. So these are the conversations that we had. And basically we were saying, at least this is what they were talking to me about, because, you know, I'm a kid. You know, I didn't really have anything to add to the conversation. It was just one of those teaching moments where I was sitting there and I was learning. And, you know, this is the day of the VHS. So we'll be sitting in Timber's crib over there, 166 in the concourse. And we'll be sitting in Timber's crib and they'll be popping out VHS tapes left and right. I think somebody just let me know they're gonna shoot me. And they was popping out VHS tapes left and right, like backing up different points that they was talking about or whatever. You know, VHS tapes, it was hard to look at and shit like that. It is what it is. And they was basically talking about this agenda to make it so that men and women didn't exist no more. That it was just, you were just human. And that, you know, people weren't exclusively with men and people weren't exclusively with women. That just every human being would just be open to having sex with anyone. And so we was having these conversations back in the early to mid 90s. So when I look at this world and I see what's happening, it just feels different for me. You know, I'm having these conversations with these family members of mine, you know, smart individuals, you know, not smart in every single thing on the planet. But when we were having these conversations, they obviously knew what they were talking about. And I was blessed to be able to be there. I was blessed, you know? It was a blessing to be able to hear those things. All right? It was a blessing. You know, to have knowledgeable, you know, mentors, you know, because they were mentoring me in these moments. It was a blessing. I think that's part of the problem that we have now. Like, I would be a totally different person if the only people I was able to get into conversations with would be people that would talk about things they don't know nothing about. Then I'd be running around with all types of different misinformation. I was fortunate to get into conversations with people that spoke more about things they had knowledge of and less about things that they did not have knowledge of. I was fortunate to get into conversations with these people that was about, you know, Timber was a straight hustler, you know, straight hustler. Straight hustler. I don't know no other way to put it. Nigga was just a hustler. He's one of them niggas that hustled and kept a 9 to 5. He hustled like crazy. My cousin Zig, he was extremely worldly. He's been around, saw a lot of things, met a lot of people. And my brother Ty was just extremely intellectual. So when you're having a conversation with these guys and they're debating, it's a real debate. It's not an argument. It's really people standing around talking with different ways of looking at the same conversation. I don't know no other way to put it. So I was fortunate. Very fortunate. And this is why, even to this day, all right, that's why even to this day, I don't like having fake debates. You know, good day. You know, when people just want to argue, but they want to pretend like they're debating. I don't want to have those. I don't want to have those unless we're talking about opinion. I don't want to have those conversations where I'm talking about facts and you're talking about opinions. We got to both be talking about opinions, or we got to both be talking about facts. This is the only way this conversation is going to work today. So I don't like when, you know, the two things get meshed, because that's how arguments are created. You know, if we're both talking about opinion, then we're having fun 90% of the time. If we're both talking about facts, then at least one of us is learning. Probably both of us are learning, you know? But if we're talking, one of us is talking about opinion and the other one is talking about facts, and we're trying to have a conversation, that shit is only going to dwindle down into an argument. And that's what I'm not here for. That's what I don't care about. I don't want to argue with nobody. Ever. I rarely ever even share my opinion with people anymore, to be honest with you. So a lot of times people think I'll be giving people my opinion, and I'm not. I just heard a fact somewhere, and I'm telling you the fact. I don't really even share my opinion with people no more. We got to do better. That's why I keep trying to tell you, don't nobody really know who I am. You know, it's what it is. I'm quite fine when I pass away. Nobody remembers me. I'm quite fine if when I pass away, everybody hates me, and I'm quite fine that if I pass away, everybody loves me. I don't even care. These aren't things that's important to me. What I won't be fine is I pass away and people are telling the truth when they say that I did somebody dirty, or people are telling the truth when they speak negatively about me. That I have an issue with. But if you're just gonna lie, then fuck it. You know, can't stop a lie. People are gonna lie. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I don't walk back to my spot. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I just prefer being here because it's like a big street right here. It's a big street right here, so I just prefer to be here. What else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Whatever y'all want to talk about, I'm fine. I don't talk about everything I want to discuss. My battery dies, it's still on. I done talked about everything I want to discuss. Anything y'all guys want to talk about, put it in the chat. All right. All right. I don't know that dude, but he was hanging out on the corner next to where I live. So I don't talk to the people that hang out and it look like they're trying to meet me on purpose. I try not to talk to them because I assume he's trying to set me up for something. Somebody told him to come try to be friendly with me so later on they could try to do some weirdo shit. That's what I assume is happening. Because I ain't never spoke to that guy a day in my life, ever. And he just walked past like me and him was super cool. Morning, my brother. You know, it's one thing to say good morning. It's another thing that dude was just walking past like we was super cool. So I don't know that nigga. I never spoke to him a day in my life. I wish him the best though. I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. I know that nigga. All I know is one day he was sitting outside of the gate and he was standing out there for hours one day. That's all I know. So I be skeptical about niggas. Niggas be weirdos sometimes. And I'm way too nice of a guy. I try to be nice to everybody. I gotta be. If I'm not skeptical, then it's gonna be different issues. I don't got a choice. Morning, my brother. All right, chilling. You already know. What else y'all want to talk about? Somebody said the younger case. I'm assuming you wanted to say the YSL case. We just had a discussion about the YSL case the other day. I guess we can again. For everybody that don't know, Little Woody had taken a plea deal where he agreed to a whole bunch of shit with the government, including if they called him to be a witness, he agreed to be a witness. That's how all of these plea deals work, basically. They called him to the stand after giving him immunity, and then he pled the fifth. You niggas is retarded. In order to get the plea deal in the first place, he would have had, just so we can be clear, have told the government about the crimes that he was involved in. So he would have literally, in order to get the plea deal, had to have told the government of the crimes that he was involved in. So that meant that any snitching that was done or would have been done was already done. When he gets on the stand and says, I plead the fifth, you already have immunity. So you can't literally, morning, my brother. All right. So you literally cannot even plead the fifth, because you can only plead the fifth if the thing that you're doing incriminates yourself and creates a situation where you could then be prosecuted. But since he has immunity, he cannot incriminate himself, because they already said whatever crimes that you've already told us about, we're just going to wash those down the river. We don't even care. Just so we can be clear. All right, chilling. So he gets on the stand. He says, I plead the fifth. The judge tries to explain the same thing that I just said to you. He then says he's going to testify. And then I hear they locked him up and put him in jail because he refused to testify. I do want y'all to understand this. They already have a book on him because he would have had to go and tell the police what he did. So he's already told them about all of the crimes that he's committed. That's how he got the immunity deal. So now, for him to not testify and they remove the immunity, he's already told them about all the crimes. He's going to jail forever. And this is what happens when other people get in your business. Somebody probably told him he can go plead immunity. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to go plead immunity. Pardon me. I'm going to plead the fifth. But they already gave him immunity. You can't plead the fifth because your testimony can't create a case against you. Your testimony can't be used against you. The reason why you plead the fifth is so that your testimony can't be used against you. But he has immunity. So this is niggas trying to win on both sides because somebody is in his business.
She called me I was working.
I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to have zero comments. So yeah, so these dudes don't even know how none of this stuff work, but they be busy talking. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of his homeboys told him, nah, you could go up there and plead the fifth, fam. They can't make you incriminate yourself. But he can't be incriminated because he has immunity. So he can't be. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, nah, I was talking about the YSL case. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. So he can't be incriminated, just so we can be clear, because he has immunity. So this is what I mean by, I think one of them other dudes that he deal with, probably somebody that's already caught up in the case, probably one of his street niggas, was like, yo, look, this is how we gonna outsmart him. And that's not gonna work. So now, homie, you're about to be added back to the whole entire shit, or you might get your own case, your own trial, and you're about to get done because you had to already tell them about all the crimes that you already previously did. So yeah, that's gonna happen. So I think he had up until Monday, but his attorney isn't gonna be available. So, because remember, his attorney isn't on this case. His attorney needs to show up into the courtroom while he's on the stand, but his attorney isn't on this case. Fam, good morning, my brother. If he don't testify, he's cooked. That's it. There's no going around that. He's cooked because he's already told them about all the crimes he's committed. It's not going to be hard to. He's cooked. He's cooked. This is why don't talk off the rip. Off the rip. You know what? Fuck it. We going to trial. Because if you decide that you're going to take the deal, you have to go through with the deal. Because if you don't go through with the deal, you make it worse for yourself. That part. Niggas is weirdos, fam. Somebody told him to do that stupid shit. One of these niggas that was probably just in his business, probably looking at his paperwork like, nah, man, I'm telling you, all you gotta do is go and plead the fifth, son. And probably somebody was telling them that stupid shit. I promise you. They don't be knowing what they talking about. They just be talking. They don't be having the slightest idea what they be talking about. They just be talking. They just be talking. They don't be knowing what they be talking about. I promise you. The judge tried to tell him when he was on the stand, and he didn't get it. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't get it. The judge tried to tell him when he was on the stand. Just didn't get it. The judge was like, look, you have immunity. Immunity supersedes the pleading the fifth. Like, immunity is more powerful than pleading the fifth. The judge told him that. Immunity means they can't do nothing to you. You can't incriminate yourself, basically. Nothing that you say regarding this can incriminate you. That's basically what immunity is. It's stronger than the fifth. It's more powerful. More than my brother. It's more powerful than the fifth. So why would you go try to plead the fifth if you already have immunity? Immunity is stronger than the fifth. It's stronger than the fifth. Immunity basically means you are free from prosecution. We're not prosecuting you about nothing that we're asking you. The only way you can get in trouble is if you get up there and start talking about some shit that you did not tell us about. That's it. And we're not going to ask you about anything that you didn't tell us about. These niggas is weirdos, man. That's why I very, very, very seldom take advice from people. Very seldom. If you're one of those people out there that you said something to me and I took your advice, morning, my brother, that meant that I deemed what you said to be extremely valuable. Not valuable, extremely valuable. Not just valuable, extremely valuable. I rarely ever take anything advice from other niggas because people won't even understand your situation, but they'll have all of the ways in the world to fix it. You understand what I'm saying? They'll know how to fix everything, but they won't even have any comprehension of what your actual situation is. You understand? So I very seldom do I take advice. I do listen, I do pay attention, and if I think it's applicable, I will, but very seldom is any advice that anybody gives me actually applicable. Very seldom. What else y'all want to talk about? Our phone is dying. Yo, they got a chicken gyro with fries and a canned soda for $7.99. Look at this shit. It looks like a win. I haven't had one of their gyros, so I don't know how, it is. I also don't know their servings of fries yet, but that looks like a whole win. Also, chicken sandwich, $25. I guess that's how much they go for, though, right? Shout out to Gyro Kila. You can tell I'm hungry. That's another reason why we're probably gonna be out here. I'm hungry as shit. I mean, I got food at the crib. I just go to the crib and eat. I got food at the crib. I might just stop off and get I don't got no hot sauce. I can use some hot sauce. I might just stop off and get some bread from the supermarket, like some roll or something, so I can make a sandwich. I be getting rolls from the supermarket to make sandwiches and shit like that. And I think people be making fun of me like I'm just going home and eating the roll. Like, nah, I got other shit. I'm about to put it in the roll while you minding my business. I be like, sheesh, people is crazy, fam. People be minding your business dumb hard. I be like, why you minding my business, man? It's not necessary. Why you minding my business? Morning, my brother. All right, chilling. How's it going? Good?
I can't complain. You hooping today?
Today? Y'all hooping today?
I'm going to be out there probably around 4 or 5 o'clock.
I might now.
All right. I'll be out there for sure, bro.
All right, that's what it is. I wasn't thinking about playing basketball, but I like playing basketball. Told you, man. Everybody that meets me likes me, friend. Gentlemen. All right, told you, man. Everybody that meets me likes me, fam. In order for a person not to like me, somebody has to meet them or tell them to not like me, fam. Everybody that meets me likes me. Niggas gotta be told that they can't like me. Everybody that meets me likes me. I'm fun. Silly fun, which I don't know. Which way you want to put it. I don't know. I'm silly. I'm fun. I'm silly. Good day. How y'all doing today? Excellent. I'm silly. I'm fun. I'm silly though. A spicy sandwich. I don't know. I might just go to. I think I'm just gonna go get some bread from the. I should go buy some rolls, or should I buy a roll? Nah, I'm just gonna go get a roll or something like that. And then what happens is I don't cut the roll in half or way open. I just cut the roll is like this, right? So I just put a slit like in here, then I puff it like that, so it's the hole. And then I just dump whatever I'm gonna eat inside. So therefore, I can eat the shit without having stuff slide out the back of the sandwich. That type of time. I might just go make a sandwich. I just go make a sandwich. Let's walk to the store. I'm hungry. I want to eat now. And my phone is dying. And I need to start putting out 10-minute videos again. How you doing? I need to start putting out 10-minute videos again. I haven't been putting out 10-minute videos for over a month sometimes. It's because a lot of the stuff that I be doing is be politically motivated, as y'all can hear. I'm always talking politics. So a lot of stuff will be just politics. And I don't know if I want to just, and I'll be exhausted from talking politics. I don't really want to talk politics. I don't really want to. I just feel like it's an obligation at this point. Especially since a majority of the shit that I told y'all was gonna happen. So I feel a little obligation. Just being honest with you. A lot of the things that I told y'all was gonna happen if Biden got elected has happened. And for those that don't get it, we are currently in World War III. It's already going on. And that's why it's insane that they opened up our borders the way that they did. So who do they work for? Y'all out here voting for Democrat because you're black and you don't got no choice, you're slaves. But who do they work for? Why are we hearing about Biden getting rich by all of these other countries and all of these other nations paying them millions of dollars? Like, why are we hearing that? Like, what do you think was really going on when Trump kept telling you that he didn't fuck with China? Now you hearing that Biden and his son was doing all of these deals with China. What do you think Trump was really saying? Just saying. Then the Democrats was trying to pass off that narrative to us that Russia was in collusion with Trump, when in reality, Russia wanted Hillary Clinton to win. So what are you talking about? They came out publicly and said that they wanted Hillary Clinton to win because they wanted to invade Ukraine already or some shit. So, even when people tell y'all what their plan is, y'all still just say no. They got to be lying. What the Democrats said is, so the Democrats have been lying to us the whole time. They told y'all that y'all wanted the borders open. Y'all voted to open the borders. Now look what happened. Why is California Their California economy is being destroyed. I'm gonna explain to y'all a couple of things real quick. So allegedly, one of the things that they wanted to do was they wanted to make it so that everybody is in these green cars, these electric cars, right? Because they didn't want to have to keep burning gasoline and natural fuels and stuff, right? But do you know, in order to actually run the electric car station to charge the cars, do you know you have to burn gas? So what the hell are they talking about? You still have to burn fuel anyway. You're not saving any fuel. You still have to burn fuel. Just so we can be clear. So they lied to you. Then, how you doing? Then they were supposed to have how many of these stations already built? Thousands by now. How many of these stations are they actually? I think 3 or something like that. Now, I'm talking about world nationwide. Now let's talk about California for a minute. So the people in California, these extremely intelligent individuals that's trying to, save the environment, have decided that they were going to buy all of these electric cars. Now, I just told y'all, in order to be able to charge the electric car, you have to use fuel. The electric car stations use fuel. So you're not saving any environment. And in addition to that, now since so many people drive electric cars, which is now burning more fuel than regular cars because they have to go to the charging stations and get the damn car charged up, which uses gas in order to work the machine, just so we can be clear. Now they have a money problem over there in California because they're not getting the money that they would generally get from people buying gas, the tax on gasoline. So the tax that they're supposed to be getting for the gasoline, that's supposed to be used in California to do whatever they need to do, tax money or whatever. Now they're not getting that. So the Democrats is just fucking up America one state at a time. Now, just another reason why California is going through all of this hardship. I'm just naming shit that's fucking California up at the moment that Democrats wanted. So they told y'all that they wanted a $25 minimum wage. There's like 10,000 people lost their jobs because of that. Because these corporations and these companies, they can't afford to pay fucking $25 minimum wage. What up, Rookie? Everything's great. So all of these corporations and companies can't afford to pay $25 minimum wage. So like 10,000 jobs were lost. So that's 10,000 people out of a job. So more than that, by the way. So the only way you benefit from this is if you're one of the individuals that didn't lose their job. And in addition to this, all of these people now being out of work, the prices for a lot of things have went up. Because since minimum wage goes up, guess what? Those companies still, besides having to fire people, besides having to lay people off, those companies also, just so we can be clear, have to raise their prices because no business is in the business of hiring people. Businesses are in the business of making money. Period. Nobody opens up a company and say, I want to be an employer. People open up a company because they want to make money. So now, they've created a situation in California where these companies and these corporations, it's not profitable for them to be in business unless they fire people and unless they raise wages. And they got y'all believing, because, you got to talk to people that don't know any better. They got y'all believing, or a lot of people believing, that these companies and these corporations are just being greedy. Are just working off of the principle that every single business uses. So that part. So it's just all buffoonery. Good morning, my brother. So it's just all buffoonery. I am so happy that I do not make the majority of my money that I make over here is not on YouTube. If I decided to batten down my hatches and go 100% hard, then maybe. but I be doing other stuff. Shout out to my ability to be able to do other shit in the world. Shout out to my ability for being a jack of all trades, pun intended. But the majority of the money I make, 75% of the money I make a month, probably more than that, probably like 110%, 120% of the money that I make every month does not come from YouTube. It doesn't. So you can look at whatever money I make on YouTube, and I promise you, that's not even a drop in the bucket. You understand what I'm saying? I'm so blessed to be multi-talented. I'm so blessed to have opportunity. I'm just blessed. We're just gonna get a roll. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I know I'll be coming in here and getting a roll, and I know people be like, "Oh man, he's gonna go home and eat bread." Yeah, I mean, eat bread out of a sandwich, you rat bastard. Mind your business. I'm a funny guy. Morning. I'm a funny guy. No, I didn't go to Trump's trial. Why would I go to a sentencing? Pardon me. I didn't go to his trial. Why would I go to his sentencing? I'm not going to do that. He shouldn't even be on trial. He's not even on trial for a thing, man. But the people that are employed are responsible for their wealth, period. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm not arguing any of that. I'm just trying to explain. I'm not in your sentence. I can't understand what side of this conversation you're on. I need for you to expand a little bit more on what you're trying to say. But the point in which I'm trying to make, and the only point in which I'm trying to make is this. Listen, pay attention. I'm just saying that. It's not me talking down to you. I just say that a lot. So the only point I'm trying to make is this. California and their policies that are Democrat have ruined the lives of the people who actually live in California. So I don't understand why us as a people have to keep saying just because we black, we have to vote Democrat. I don't see the Democrats doing things for our community to actually benefit us. What I see them doing is doing things that make it so that they are in control over our lives. The one thing that the Republicans constantly say that I agree with so much is that the average American citizen should be in control of their own life and not the government.
You want a bag?
No, I'm fine. As a matter of fact, I'll take a bag. Yeah. I don't want nobody to know the kind of bread I'm getting. Bags a whole 10 cent now? Sheesh. Oh, paper bags today. Paper bags. The irony is I was going to walk around with a plastic bag in my pocket. You're a genius. Have a good day. Pardon me. Appreciate it. Yes. Man, screw the Democrats, man. Get off of the plantation. Morning. Get off the plantation, man. Screw the Democrats. Those guys ain't up to no good. Those guys are up to no good. They're not up to anything good. Screw the Democrats. They destroyed California, and if we let them, they're gonna keep on going and destroy the rest of our civilization. Not just America, but everywhere that they could get their hands on. These guys have bad ideas. How you doing? These guys have bad ideas after bad ideas. After bad ideas after bad ideas. It's like all of their ideas ain't shit. I don't know. So I don't know if it's, they don't know. Sometimes I be thinking maybe they don't know no better, but these people are smart people. So this has to be by design. These people are smart people. Like, these people are not incompetent. These people are not incompetent. I don't like what I'm seeing. These guys are not incompetent. These are smart people. We have a vice president who doesn't say anything except for talking word salads and talking circles. We have an actual president who it sounds like they're always trying to convince him to talk less because he's saying shit he's not supposed to be saying. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is I'm not a fan of the Democrats. I don't like what they're doing. And if I don't think you should like what they're doing. Also, they keep saying Trump is trying to make sure his friends are paid, right? Good morning. Hey, cutie. They keep trying to say that Trump is dirty and he's trying to make sure all of his friends get paid, right? Then why are most of the rich people in America Democrats? Most of the rich people in America are not Republicans. They're Democrats. I'm talking about the top 1%. Why is the top 1% Democrats there? I need for somebody to explain this to me. The majority of the top 1% in America is Democrats. But yet they keep saying that Trump wants to give tax cuts because he wants his friends to benefit. But the Democrats hate Trump. I don't know what to say, man. Sometimes I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like some shit is just common sense to me. And then when I have to say it out loud, and then I be like, I don't niggas get this. I be like, how people don't get this? Name a rich person. Name somebody who's in the top 1%. I'll name one right now in the top 1%, not a Democrat, Elon Musk. Name another one. Guy that owns Microsoft, Bill Gates, Democrat. The guy that owns Amazon, I forgot his name, Democrat. Okay, who else is some of the richest Americans? They all Democrats. So who is these people that they keep saying Trump is trying to give fucking tax breaks to that are his friends? Explain that to me. Because all of these guys hate Trump. But you know who does benefit when we couldn't come outside? Amazon. Their stock went through the roof when everybody had to order from them because you couldn't go to the regular store, right? Stop being tricked by the Democrats. The Democrats are just they just liars, man. They're just liars. They got everybody tricked and believing in bullshit. And then you can't say nothing about them. Because if you're white and you say you don't like the Democrats, you're a racist. And if you're black and you say you don't like the Democrats, you're a coon. So you can't just be somebody that knows what you're talking about. You can't just be somebody that's just paying attention to the world. You can't be that. You got to be either a racist or a coon. That sounds like manipulation to me. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like manipulation. People rather be manipulated than have free choice. Anyway, with that being said, I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. We're going to get up out of here. Shout out to everybody that pulled up in the chat today. I'm going to make me a sandwich, get some grub, and see what we're going to work on. I don't think I have any side things to work on. I work on a lot of side projects. I work on a couple of side projects. I don't think I have any side projects to work on for the next couple of days, so we might have some 10-minute videos. Side projects is what helps keep me paid. Help keep money in my pocket and shit like that. So I don't have no side projects I think I have to work on in the next couple of days. So we're gonna see if what other content we can make and shit. I love y'all, everybody. Just have a beautiful day. It is beautiful out here in New York City. We getting a chance to actually get the sunlight. We know it's not super cloudy. No, usually we have an overcast in New York City for some strange reason. But not today. That's dope. So with that being said, I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. Go out there, find something worth doing in the world, do it, and then stamp God's name on it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this.